Hi guys, Ogota Gerald here. So I've been getting a couple of emails from my students asking me how I'm able to put the mouse highlights for some of my tutorial videos. Things like this, and all. When you click, it changes. So people have been asking me how I'm able to do that, and when you want to focus on a particular item on your screen. So in this video I'm going to be showing us practical steps on how to achieve this in few minutes. So let's go straight to it. So if you're using a MacBook Pro or you're using a Windows, this is going to work perfectly for you. So to do that, we're going to this website called Google Sites. I'm going to drop the link in the description. So very quickly, when you open the website, you go down to this one here which says Cursor Highlighter version 2.2. Underneath, just click on Auto Hotkey. Auto Hotkey will take you to this place. Then the next thing you're going to do is to download the AHK script for version 2.2 of the Cursor Highlighter. So this is a software that someone has already uploaded on Google Drive that will help you activate your mouse cursor and give you different functions like changing the colors, changing the highlight size, changing the opacity and everything. So I'm going to show us how to set that up in just 3 minutes. So when you go to Auto Hotkey, you're going to click on download. Once you've downloaded it, you go back here and download this the AHK script. So I had already done that, so I'm just going to show you from my download files. So I'll go straight to downloads. So you can see here, so these are the two items. This is the Auto Hotkey and this is the Cursor Highlighter 2.2. So to set it up, you just double click on this Cursor Highlighter. If it's the first time you're using it, it's going to ask you to accept terms and conditions or permissions. Just say yes. Then you go down to this place here, to this task menu. You're going to see this mouse like thing here. So if you want to turn it off, you just click on it. If you want to turn it back on, you select. So if there are different functions, there are different features you can actually get from this. For instance, I want to change some settings. So you're going to right click on this button here. So when you right click, you're going to have these features here where you can use the focus, the pen, or the settings. So we're quickly going to the settings right now to see some functions. So when you come to this function here, there are different things you can actually achieve from here. Like this one here now is the color highlight. This is the picture file, which is this one. In case you are writing something or you want to make an illustration, you can use this. This is the focus. Focus is when you want to draw people's attention to a particular item or text on the screen. So that's for that part. So I'm going to take it back to this. Then highlight settings. On highlight settings, you can increase the opacity of this highlight of the cursor to maybe 0. 0 is the least, which is very invisible. Okay, let me do 20 so you can see it. Let me do 20 or 25. Can you see it slightly? You can see it slightly. So let's do 100. So you can see what 100 looks like. So let's do 255, which is the highest. So this will completely block your screen. So even if you want to make an illustration, you cannot see through. So it's better you leave it in the middle, which is 125. This is very perfect. You can increase the size of this or reduce it. So let me do 200 by 200. So you can see how big this is. This is too big. You might as well reduce it to 50 by 50. So you can see. So you can also just play around this. Then the next option here now is the highlight left click. What this does is if you click on this one now, do not do nothing when you left click. For instance, I click, you can see there is no effect on the cursor. There is no effect here on the mouse. But when I click on this now, show different color. Right now, when I click, I'm making a click now, but there's no change. When you click on this one, hide highlights when you left click. What this does is when you click on something, it disappears. That's to make people have an effect that you've clicked. When you click on something, it disappears. When you click, it disappears. Now this third one here now is going to give you a little feature whereby this cursor will change if I click on something. So let me click so you notice it now. When I click, you can see when I click, it changes. So you can set that from here now. Because of this original size of my cursor is 50 and this one now is set to 80. That's why when I click, it seems bigger, and when I release it, it goes back to the normal size. You can as well change the color of the clicking from here. You can change the color of the clicking to some of that color. Let me do this pink here, and you say okay. You can see, so now let me click. You can notice it now. So you can just play around all of this. The same thing now with the right click. The same thing with the right click. You can just work on that. So picture settings here, what this does is to help you, just like the one you saw before where I have a pen. You can bring in anything at all to be your illustration tool. So you can just click on this here and select and browse whatever object you want to move around with your cursor. So this one here now is the focus. So you can try others, you can try any other feature with it, just like I showed you earlier in the video. But for this to work, you need to activate the focus highlights. Then the last thing I want to talk about here now is the hotkey. What this hotkey does, it gives you shortcuts to some of these keys. For instance, I had already selected Control, Shift, and F6 to give me the highlight cursor. I have selected Control, Shift, and F5 to give me to switch to highlight. Also, I had selected Control, Shift plus F7 to give me this focus and cursor focus. So what this means is that even if I'm here like this now, I'm already browsing on this system and I want to now focus on something, I can just press Control, Shift, and F7 to automatically switch to the focus. Then I can now show you what I'm about to show you here, just to help you focus on this. I can always press Shift, Control, Shift, and F5 to go back to the normal highlight color. Then if I want to turn it off, let's say I'm done with what I'm doing, I want to turn it off, I can just now press Control, Shift, and F6. So all these are what you can do from this settings bar here, from the hotkeys. So if there's any other thing you need, if you want to turn it off, you don't like shortcuts, you're not good with shortcuts, you can just come down here. You can come down here, then click on the arrow key. I don't know if you can see it. Click on this here, just click on it. It has gone off. Do you understand? It has turned off. So if you're done with all your recording and all, and you just want to exit completely, you can just right click and you exit, and everything is closed. So if you got value from this, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Cheers.